What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I am Vybe and welcome back to the channel, where today we're in for a different brand of Dead by Daylight. What do I mean? As you can see here, we are just taking some quizzes today based around the perks of Dead by Daylight. All created by the same guy here, Cavalier87, took the time, made these perks, 15 questions, 10, 10, 10. So in total we have 45 questions about perks. Now these three quizzes all are a set of, based on the description. Not every perk the opposition is using immediately clearly announce itself. Present a scenario, and you tell me what perks set it up. So we're going to be given a story, a situation, and we have to know what perk is the reason that this happened. And then there's this one that we will start with. Perks of the job. Provide a description of a killer or survivor perk, match with the correct answer. Seems easy enough. We got 45 questions. Cavalier87, thank you for taking the time to make these quizzes. They all look relatively new. November 20th for these two, November 24th, November 27th. It is currently November 30th as I'm recording this. So let's get into these quizzes. They should be pretty up to date with everything up till the artist's release in just a few hours. So let's get into it and let's try and go 45 for 45. All right. So quiz one, we have perks of the job. So we have the description of some perks. We have all of our answers right here on the side. So I think we just drag our answers over. We have 15 questions. All right, let's get into this. And before we do start this quiz, this is my not so subtle reminder. Help me out. Hit the like button on this video. Hit subscribe. And I'll leave links to these quizzes in the comments down below, or in the description below, if you guys want to check them out for yourselves and play along. Alright, so our answers are any means necessary, I'm all ears. Bond, Sprint Burst, Repressed Alliance, Noed, Shadowborn, Spine Chill, Zanshin Tactics, Open-Handed, Calm Spirit, Pop, Beast of Prey, Lethal, and Lightborn. Should be pretty easy. At least I hope so. Alright, so question one. Shortly after hooking a survivor, the next generator damage will be immediately... That is Pop, which is right here. Allows a survivor to break into a large speed boost upon running for a brief... That is Sprint Burst. After a survivor fast vaults an object close to the killer, this perk will briefly reveal their aura. That would be I'm all ears. This perk slightly extends the aura range on all aura reading items and perks for survivors. I want to say I don't run open-handed. I don't see it enough to remember what it is off the top of my head. I want to say this is open-handed. I'll come back to it. This perk reveals the auras of nearby pallets, walls, and vaults. See, I would have said any means necessary, but it only reveals the auras of down pallets. And the next question is enables users to reset pallets. So this is any means necessary, and this would be Zanshin Tactics. This perk reveals all survivor auras at the start of that is a Lethal Pursuer. This perk allows the user to block off a generator with a button command as long as another survivor isn't repaired. That is Repressed Alliance. This perk enhances the user's... That's Shadowborn. Renders the user completely immune to... Oh, that is Lightborn. We skipped one. This perk allows you to avoid ever screaming, and that is Calm Spirit. So I know what all the rest of these do, so I'm going to assume this is open-handed up here. Reveals survivor auras as long as they're not in contact with the killer. Oh, that's Bond. That's Bond. This is Beast of Prey. Bloodlust status in the chase. The visual notification when the killer looks in the direction is Spine Chill. And by process of elimination, I don't even need to read the last question. It's Noed. Submit my answers. And looks like we got everything right. It looks like a lot of players got a lot of these wrong. 15 out of 15. 40, 50. Is there anyone who actually like got like a lot of... No, wow. A lot of people missed these. That sucks. All right, quiz number 2. All right, so in this quiz, not every perk the opposition is using immediately and clearly announces itself. Present a scenario, tell me what perks that... So we'll be given like a story like this one. I'm not going to read it yet, and we have to guess the perk. Let's say you're playing as Survivor. You're in the middle of repairing a generator when the killer chases a teammate of yours pretty close. The killer downs your ally with a basic attack, and suddenly the generator red explodes. Fortunately, nothing else happens. Well, that would be Surge, right? Where is Right, Surge got its name changed to Jolt. I forgot about that. It's a sad memory to think about. But that would be Jolt. I would have said Eruption, but nothing else happens, and Eruption like kind of stuns you, so boom. Let's say you're playing Killer. You find a Survivor walking who at first glance appears completely oblivious to your approach in a wide open area without any windows or obstacles. Then, just as you get in close and ready your attack, the Survivor begins sprinting incredibly fast. Oh, that's a sprint burst, which we were already hovering over. You're playing Survivor, and you happen to be labeled as the killer's obsession for that game. Is this going to be object? You manage to complete a generator, and randomly you see the killer's location. This seems to happen every time a generator gets finished. You're not using Dark Sense. Oh, that is Rancor, and you better be hanging out by the exit gate. You're playing Killer one game. You don't have Undying. You seem to see a Survivor's aura for a few seconds every half minute or so. And they are your obsession. Oh, this is object. Okay. You're playing Survivor. A teammate gets downed, hook, and then you are suddenly able to see the location of your teammates and see the aura of the killer when they are close to the... this is Kindred. You are playing as the killer. You attempt to hook a Survivor you just downed. However, one of their teammates, who does not have a toolbox on hand, manages to get to the hook and removes the hook itself very quickly. What perk they used? Saboteur. You're playing Survivor. An ally gets downed, and you decide to block the killer from reaching a hook by getting in their way. This is typically pretty doable, since a killer carrying a Survivor is usually slower than this. So it's going to be speed. This is going to be agitation. You're playing as the killer. You're chasing a Survivor. You lose sight of them briefly, and then hear what sounds like them quickly getting into a locker. You approach the locker, see no scratch marks, and conclude that they must have done so. However, you open the locker, find them not to be there. They aren't hacking. I like how they have to clarify. They aren't hacking. So they must have used this perk to get away from you. I'm already on Deception. Is it Deception or is it Diversion? I know it's not Distortion. And I know it's not Red Herring. These two always get me mixed up with what is what. I want to say, because I think Pebble is Diversion, right? I want to say it's Deception, but I could be wrong. I'm going to go with Deception. This one might be wrong. You're playing as Survivor. Your team does all the gens, opens the gate. A teammate of yours gets hooked. Unfortunately, they're now dead. Oh, well, GG's. So you decide to try and leave through the gates. To your dismay, the entity is shown up as blocked from leaving. What perks that would be... Wait, are the gates... The gates are open, so it's not No Way Out. It is Blood Warden. You load into a game of Survivor. Ready to start on the closest gen. Entity springs to life and blocks it off. That would be Corrupt. Boom. Okay, okay. Where's the diversion? Yes, okay, it was deception. We go 10 for 10? We do go 10 for 10. The average score is 5. So, that's a feels good moment. And if you enjoyed my quiz, then next quiz will continue the trend. I'll try to be a little bit harder. Cavalier 80. Alright, Cavalier 87, I'm trusting you. Let's get to the next quiz. Alright, a slightly harder version of my last quiz. Let's get rid of that. See if you can spot perks, even if they don't directly announce themselves. Let's go for it. You're playing Survivor, and the killer manages to down you. They go to pick you up as one of your teammates approaches the scene. Suddenly, you find your wiggle meter is moving a little quicker, and your teammate seems to be running more quickly. They are running Breakout. I don't know why I accidentally clicked on Thrilling Tremors. Let's make sure that's even the answer. You play a game of Survivor. One of your teammates gets downed while you're approaching a generator nobody else is repairing. Right before you make the generator, the entity suddenly appears and blocks it. Nobody else managed to finish the generator during this time. Does not have corrupt. Oh, so it is actually Tremors. Wow, I don't know what Dead Man's Switch does. So if I get a Dead Man's Switch question, I'm screwed here. So this is Tremors, though. You're playing a game of Killer. You've equipped I'm All Ears. You're chasing a survivor, but when they fast vault a window, your perk does not activate as it should. You confirm there's no boons, and the survivor did not have Quick and Quiet. What did they have to negate I'm All Ears? You're not all ears. I know it's wrong, but I forget what Dance With Me does. I know Dance With Me has something to do with vaults. So I'm gonna say this is Dance With Me. Dance With Me, let's go. No, not Deception. I was on the last quiz. You're playing as Killer. You submitted yourself to a challenge of some kind. You randomly picked your perks while blindfolded and went into the game with perk roulette. You begin playing the game as a killer who can only damage survivors with basic attacks, such as M1 only. You hit and then down a survivor. As you approach them to pick them up, you notice a generator across the map has suddenly lit up yellow, though it had no loud noise notification before this happened. You don't have surveillance or eruption. Alright, I thought lit up yellow, and I immediately thought of Blast Mine, but like, no, this is Killer. No loud noise, so this is Gearhead, and that's how you know they did a perk roulette, because you're never naturally going to run Gearhead. Okay, I don't know if barbecue's the answer. Can we go 2 for 2, just random answers? You're playing Survivor. You're with a friend over, so we got a Swift. You don't get the chance to touch a generator before being found, down and eventually hooked. You ask your friend who has not made direct contact with the killer to come get the hook save. Their aura reveals to you that they are actively on a gen, but they tell you they're suffering from blindness and exhaustion and cannot see where you're hooked and cannot use Sprint Burst. So we didn't go 2 for 2. It's not barbecue, it's Third Seal. No, Third Seal is the person who gets hit is blind. This is Fearmonger, exhausted on the gen. I forgot it has the blindness effect. That was with the recent buff to it. I forgot about this. So yeah, that is Fearmonger. You're playing as Killer for one game. You decide to play Huntress. You hit someone with one of her hatchets, but you're upset because you clearly spotted them carrying a medkit, which did not get removed by your throwing hatchets. You then discover that their item would have only been removed had you hit them with a basic attack. What perk did you equip? Oh, that's Franklin's. You're playing Survivor. You're with a friend of yours. I'm sorry, friend sounds better than ally. Repairing a gen. Suddenly hear a weird sound. Spot something emitting smoke atop the gen. What? And your friend across the map reports that this gen is having a yellow light aura. Your friend is using Blast Mine. Playing as killer, and you're chasing someone who's in a bad position. At the last moment, they jump into a locker as you swing and dodge your swing. Suspecting some kind of locker tech shenanigans, my favorite word. A decisive strike or a head-on play. You patiently stand close to the locker and wait for them to make the first move. Suddenly, you find they've healed for one heal state. You confirm they didn't have a medkit. Well, even if with a medkit, they're not going to use the medkit in a locker. They were not suffering from broken, thus Renewal is not in play. What is Renewal? It's one of the Steve perks that got renamed, right? What perk must they have? Inner Strength. You're playing as Survivor. You engage in a chase with the killer. Unfortunately, causes you to use God Pallet at Kill Shack. The killer is Freddy. And instead of breaking the pallet upon being dropped, he instead decides to use his dream projection power to teleport. Why would he do that? I'm sorry, I play Freddy a lot. Like, no, you're gonna break God Pallet before you teleport. That's a terrible decision. You later find that the Shack pallet has been reset and is now standing. You confirm that Freddy is not using add-ons to create dream pallets. And this pallet is real. What perk do one of your teammates use to cause it to happen? They use any means necessary, which we established in the first quiz, picks pallets back up. You're playing killer. You hook someone and walk away. They later get saved. Bizarrely enough, they are immediately healed to full health. And someone else becomes injured, broken, and your new obsession. What perk did they use? That is a... I almost said furtive chase because obsession changed. For the people. Submit my answers. Boom. Boom. Shoot. Dance with me with concealed survivor scratch marks, but I'm all ears would show the aura. Distortion. Oh my god, you don't see distortion or I'm all ears. Or dance with me ever. So I had no clue which one to pick for this. Oh, that sucks. Boom, 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 boom. How did 50% of you get Franklin's wrong with the thing that involves dropping an item? Boom, boom, and boom. We'll take a 9 out of 10. We will take a 9 out of 10. I enjoy that. Alright. Cavalier 87, you have one more quiz. Let's go knock it out. Alright. Quiz number 3. The final one. Went 9 for 10 on the last one, which hurts. Let's end with a perfect score. Let's get that A+. You're playing Survivor. You're with a friend over voice console. We're in a Swift again. Your friend is using Inner Healing, Inner Strength. Just got injured. Broke chase with the killer and went to use their perk to heal. Shortly afterward, the character randomly screams. The killer didn't down anybody at that moment, so no infectious. What perk must the killer have? If you just got out of a locker, that'd be Iron Maiden. This is a big one. You're playing this killer. You manage to down a survivor. Before picking them up, you spot another survivor and decide to chase them off, expecting an attempted flashlight save if you leave them unchecked. As you return to the down survivor, it turns out they're using Unbreakable and manage to pick themselves up. You're in close proximity, so you simply attack them to redown them. But you find that your attack merely puts them in the deep wound status and does not down them. You confirm that a teammate did not pick them up, and they did that with Soul Guard. You're playing Survivor. You've got windows of opportunity, and notice the killer chasing one of your teammates. They manage to land a hit right before your teammate drops the pallet, but bizarrely you notice that the pallet is destroyed instantly, and the killer manages to immediately down your teammate. What 2-perk combo? Oh, we changed it up, so it's not just a 1, it's a 2-perk. And it is a combo I run pretty frequently of Spirit Fury and Enduring. Because Spirit Fury will destroy the pallet when it's dropped on the killer, and the Enduring just bounces you right back, and the survivor does not get any distance. You're playing Killer. As the game carries on, you notice one survivor in particular has been getting right up in your face, constantly taking hits as you carry their down teammate to a hook. You later engage in chase with them while injured. You successfully hit them, but to your surprise, the survivor's not down. They were using Medal of Man. Alright, I just hit Thrill the Hunt on accident. I meant to click down here so I could scroll, but... You're playing Survivor. A teammate gets hooked. You spot a hex. You approach it to cleanse it, but you find that the entity has blocked you from doing this. You know the killer cannot have rekindled 5 totems using Hex Pentimento. Well, yeah, that doesn't even come out for a few more hours, so clearly that wasn't it. What hex must be in play? If it is blocked off when someone got hooked, that would be Plaything. Personal favorite of mine on Plague and Piggy. You're playing Killer. You manage to hook a survivor. Before you can fully walk away, you spot another survivor trying to sneak past you for the save. They save their hooked companion, and you notice that the hook itself is instantly saboed as the hook save is made. The hook takes a long time to return as well. Oh my god. This is... See, the fact that it's multiple choice helps. Because if I had to, like, actually type in an answer, or, like, do a drag and drop, it'd be a lot more difficult. This is Breakdown. Because I know what Breakout is, I know what Saboteur is, and I know what Slippery Meat is. I see Saboteur every now and then, and Breakout every now and then, and I do the Slippery Meat, increased luck meme every now and then on Survivor. This is Breakdown. You're playing Survivor. You're the Obsession. You're playing in a Swift. You're in a 4-man Swift. You're the Obsession through the whole game. You finish all gens. And you and your friends make it to an exit gate. One of your friends begins to open it, then stops and tells you need to be the one to open the gate since you'll do it quicker. You are not in possession of a perk which would help you open the gates, such as Wake Up or Spine Chill. It must be the killer's doing, so it is... No, it's not No Way Out. No Way Out is just hooks. It is, Remember Me. This is a very interesting concept of how would someone know, though, like, that Remember Me is in play? I don't run it. I've never had it ran against me. So, like, would it look like an Iron Grasp where opening the gate is, like, the red bar instead of a regular one? Anyone who runs Remember Me, comment and let me know. You're playing Killer. You walk up to a couple survivors. One's the Obsession. They both seem to be healing one another. Unfortunately, you arrive too late and they finish healing. Curiously, you notice that both of them seem to be slightly faster as they flee from you. Not fast enough to indicate an exhaustion perk such as Sprint Burst, but faster than they usually are. The team has not finished all the gens, so it can't be Hope. What perk must... They haven't finished all the gens, so it's not Adrenaline. They healed, it's not Borrowed Time. I cannot think what Premonition or Blood Pact do. But involving healing, I want to say Blood Pact. I don't know what either of them do. So this is a 50-50 shot. I might get this wrong. I'm going to go Blood Pact. You're playing Survivor. Killer's Wraith. He manages to down a teammate of yours on the other end of the map. You try to find where the situation occurred exactly, but you can't seem to spot your teammate's aura. You're not suffering from blindness. What perk is Wraith using? That would be... If you aren't blind, it's not Third Seal, it'd be Knockout. And for our last question, big answer. Big answer. Big question. You're playing Killer. You're playing Myers while using Scratch Mirror. Nice. In an effort to try and see survivor auras from far away. You hook someone, they're unhooked, you engage in chase with them shortly after they're unhooked. You're tunneling. That's fine. Well, finally, your add-on is not showing you their aura as it should be. Notably, they also have no grunts of pain, despite having clearly done so in the past. And your prior chase, which enabled you to find them down them. You know that they cannot have Iron Will. You also know that there's no boom totems in play. They are using Wait. No grunts of pain. It doesn't show auras. So it'd be off the record. Plus they were hooked already, so Lucky Break would have already been used. So yeah, I'm going to lock in off the record. The only, I think I have this. I'm still questionable on this one if it is Blood Pact or Premonition. And then, yeah, the other 9 I'm very confident in. Show me that 10 out of 10, please. But if we get 9 out of 10, I'll live with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You'll do love to see it. We are so good at this. We know our perks. Survivor perks, killer perks, it don't matter. We have the knowledge. And the about 1,000 hours of gameplay to really know this. 44 out of 45, not bad. If you guys did these quizzes at the beginning before watching me do them, comment below, let me know what you got. Have a great day. Thank you for watching the video. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.